Okay, so now real briefly, I just want to mention the bones of the wrist and the hand, the carpal bones and the digits of the hand. Okay. Now, as you can see, there are a wide variety of bones located within the wrist, and these are what we call carpals. Okay. Now let's talk about each individual carpal bone. Okay. The first bone I want to mention is called the trapezium. Okay, the trapezium sits just underneath the base of the thumb. Okay, and it forms this little cusp. It almost looks like a saddle. This is actually called a saddle joint. Okay, and then if we work our way just a little bit to the lateral portion, we have what's called the trapezoid. Okay, and the trapezoid sits right underneath the first metacarpal. Okay, and then we work our way over a little more. You see kind of a big thick looking bone here called the capitate. Okay, and that's just underneath your third metacarpal or your middle finger. Okay, then we work our way over a little more, and then we have a bone called your hamate. And the hamate bone sits underneath your fourth and your fifth metacarpals. Okay, and then if we go just a little inferior, okay, now let's kind of flip this over and look at the posterior side. There's a lot going on with this bone here. Okay, you know, this is called the triquetrium bone. Okay, and then there's a little bony protrusion called the pisiform on the posterior side. Okay, and then these last two bones are called the lunate and the scaphoid. Okay, so these are all the carpal bones itself. Okay, now if you want to take the time to go ahead and memorize these, go ahead. You know, these could definitely be worth some extra points on your exam if you do take the extra effort to memorize and understand these. Okay. And then now let's just talk about how we name the metacarpals. Okay, the first metacarpal is your thumb. Okay, this is the most medial digit. So we have the first metacarpal, second metacarpal, which is your index finger, third metacarpal, which is your middle finger. Okay, we have the ring finger, which is the fourth metacarpal, and then the fifth metacarpal, which would be your pinky. Okay, and then last but not least, we have what are called the phalanges. Okay, so the phalanges are the most distal bones of the human body. Okay, so we have the lower, middle, and upper phalanges. Okay, so carpals, metacarpals, phalanges.